Hello and welcome to the Restraint Reduction Labs here at Increment Technology. Today we want to share with you our top 3 tips for a restrictive practice reduction workshop. We'll get straight into it. Okay, so our first tip is the what, why, who, when and where. As I said, 3-ish tips. So when we talk about the what is the purpose of your workshop? We say that focusing on restrictive practices in the context of improved well-being is the way forward, but this really should be specific to your context. If you're a school, if you're a hospital, if you're a home, you might have different context. So for some people we work with, we actually call these well-being workshops or practice workshops. We never just focus on restrictive practices. It always has to be in context of improved something else for us. The why, think outcomes. So what is it that you're looking to achieve through these workshops? Of course, we want to support reductions in restrictive practices, but these workshops are great for improving staff engagement. They can be used to further embed training within your staff teams. They can help your system, whether a home, school, hospital, or any other setting, review progress and also troubleshoot challenges in achieving that progress. Think about who will be in attendance. The attendees are really important. That could be the individuals receiving support themselves, it can be the staff team, could be families. But again, one of the key points for us is about engagement. When, and this is not just about the date and time, but how often these workshops can help keep your team accountable to the actions that they set. And where, we always feel that these things are best done in person, if you possibly can. However, what these recent times have taught us is that there's so much we can do to stay connected, effective, with some creativity and passion. Anything's possible. Next, I'm going to take you on to the data. So, our recommendation is that you always use a system that will meet the requirements from the Reducing Restraint Network standards. We've got an example that we can take you through here. Okay. So, this then the system would be where you'd add new incidents. We want to keep it nice and simple. This is where you can turn on your preferences. So if you want alerts every Monday morning of any incidents that's been across the organisation or for your service, this is where you can do it. You can browse incidents here and we can filter, so we can find out if there's any days that you want, any particular types of incidents, any severity, any particular site, any particular service, any particular individual. And if you just wanted to search for ones that had restrictive practices included in them, we can filter those too. Go back to the homepage then. This section here is where we can generate simple, easy reports. So if I just give you an example and we were to run this report to the end of May, say, there we go. Okay, these are the reports these are the services included in this report. Run the report. And this gives you a nice, simple, straightforward report. What this system does also is this enables you to build reports as you go along. So just saying this is report 1. And as we go down, you can see these are all the services that have been included in this organisational report. And I'll come back to that because we can then navigate through those if we need to, and the individuals that use the service. As you see, very basic report. This is what it's intended to do, the reduction of restrictive practices. So we're monitoring incidents and physical interventions. You can have a little play around and toggle if you just wanted to see PRNs used perhaps, or if you wanted to see both physical interventions and PRNs, and then we can see that against the number of incidents. We can also start to build this report. We can take a data table here by clicking this on, and here we can start to write our narrative if necessary. But just to take you through and show you the reports. Physical interventions, PRN usage, days of the month with no incidents, incidents by form type. Some organisations have ABCs, some have IRFs, some have both. Behaviours involved in the incidents, severity level, we can track that over the months too. And again, we can play around with these. If you just wanted to see severe incidents, we can do that quite easily. Duration, time of the day of the week, location, and staff. And again, this is not about trying to find out staff that have been involved in the most incidents. Very often what we're looking at here is this is a demonstration of staff that might need some support. So it helps us focus on staff wellbeing. And then we can add actions in here at the bottom of this, and that enables us to save our report. So just to take you through this, as I said, we can now navigate through the individual services, and this will bring up similar data sets here as we saw in the last one. But what's really cool is we can also navigate straight through into individuals if we wanted to here, as you see. So we can get from organisational to service to individual data in a very few short clicks of the button. It'll always say who's created the report for you and what time period that's saying. Now, again, just for me to come home on this, you can see these are examples of reports that we've created previously. Just to run you a quick example of that. Here we go. We can generate the information from that report, go through. We can toggle on and off the graphs that we want to include in this report. So we can get rid of ones that we don't feel are particularly relevant for this report. And if we were to then, see, time of day, really interesting. If we were to just use this report here, we can then start to put our actions in. Action 1, save that action, update this report, and then from the updated report, it gives me the option to share. I can click share and we can send it to any of our colleagues. It means we don't have to go via internet, etc., etc. Keeps your reports really safe. And again, that covers point number 3 for us on our 3 top tips, which is feedback. So make sure you feedback to the relevant people in the system. That's absolutely key. And also, really important thing to remember, feedback is your gift to give. Use it carefully. The feedback that we give to people can help promote and inspire the kind of behaviours that we want to see within staff teams, or it can have a toxic effect. So handle this stuff carefully. And that's our very quick 3 top-ish tips for running a restraint reduction workshop. We hope you found it useful, and please do get in touch if there is any other videos that you might find useful on this subject. Give us a shout and we'll get one together for you. Thanks a lot. Bye now.